So, Sporting Lisbon 2, Arsenal 2. And it wasn't a great performance. We're going to get into that and individuals in a second. Big up to everybody who has subbed to the channel. We're over 77K. The road to 100K is fast approaching. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you stick a thumbs up on the video. And big up to everybody who watched the watch along. Always fun banter and jokes in that watch along. We'll be back again for the Fulham game on Friday. Sunday. Getting ahead of myself. Friday is tomorrow. But after watching that game, maybe we do need another game real quick because it was really, really poor. Make sure you sub to the second channel as well. Lee Reacts is in the description. There will be another video dropping on that channel tomorrow evening. So make sure you get involved on that. Make sure you check out all the videos on that channel and push it up to 8.5K on the subs as well. We're very, very close. But not a great performance. He mixed the team up tonight. Turner in goal. He played Kivior, first game for the club. Jorginho in midfield with Xhaka and Vieira. Reece Nelson got a start after his screamer at the weekend. And Saka played. Martinelli played. It weren't great. The tempo in the first 10 minutes or so for both teams, it was kind of a quick tempo. And listen, they went clean through, chopped back inside, sold Saliba. He went back to France. And then he put it wide, and he probably should have scored the fella. Jorginho was left treading water. It was mad how slow that guy is. But at the same time, we get a nice corner, lovely cross from Fabio Vieira. And the amount of times I've seen corners hit the first man this season is disgusting. So it was actually nice to see a good delivery that actually beat all of the men, not just the first man. And then Saliba nods it in. A little bit of afters afterwards with Coates and Zinchenko. And listen, on another day, in a different competition, in a different league, in a different country, that goal may have got ruled out because although Zinchenko barely touched the guy, he did touch him and the guy fell like a sack of spuds. Me personally, I still would give the goal anyway. But on another day, that gets ruled out by VAR. Again, they go up the other end and another great cross from a corner, 2 in one game. Mad. Make a note of the date because that doesn't happen often. Most of these free kicks and crosses and corners hit the first man. But they put a cross in. Kivior ducking. Tina Turner in goal, nowhere near it. And it comes out later after we're all sitting there going, why is Kivior ducking? What's that all about? Why is he so weak? And, you know, he Kiviored away from it. Like, what's that all about? And then it comes out later that actually Tina Turner said, yo, my ball. Which makes it even more funny if we're being completely honest, because if you're going to call for the ball and the defender ducks, makes himself look silly because you've called for the ball and then you do not get the ball and it goes in the back of the net, that's mad. I can't lie, that's crazy. But anyway, they then go 2-1 up and poor schoolboy defending. It was actually a shambles, if we're being completely honest, because if you actually watch that back, I can't remember who it was stood next to Zinchenko. I think it was Jorginho. I may be wrong. Leave it in the comment section. But no press on the ball. He's got the ball. He drops a shoulder, plays a lovely little reverse ball inside, and the goalkeeper makes a very good save. And then you look at it on the replay and you think, right, who's at fault for this goal then? Zinchenko and Jorginho, I think it was. Okay, cool. You didn't press, didn't do anything. You just stood there and let him have the ball. Okay, cool. But there's still a lot of work to do from that position. And then you see the replay and you see Ben White and William Saliba both see the guy there. Paulinho, I think it was. Both see him there. And then he gets the touch on the ball and scores. I'm sorry, that is shambolic defending. Yeah, that is literally shambolic. It is actually embarrassing defending. These are two defenders who, by the way, I think have been very good this season. Ben White more so than Saliba. And listen, anyone who watches this channel knows that I rate Saliba highly. But since the turn of the year, he's been crap. He's been absolutely woeful and shocking. And listen, he scored a goal tonight. Cool, fair play. But your job is ultimately to defend. And when you've seen the guy, and Ben White's seen the guy, and neither of you even bother to switch on to react to the goalkeeper making a great save, you just stand there like, oh, daydream, bang, 2-1 down. Then they had an opportunity to go 3-1 up. They went clean through on goal. Lovely little interchange. And this is what you get with Portuguese teams. They're not going to be physical. They're not going to be like pace and power, P and all of that. They're going to be very gifted on the ball. And they were at times today. And they carved us apart. And they were clean through on goal. Either he's got to score or he's got to square it. Either way, that should have been 3-1. And again, lackadaisical defending, which is something that has been in our game since the turn of the year. We've conceded a lot of goals. Bournemouth at the weekend too. We conceded 2 to Villa, 2 to United, and all 3 of them games we got away with last-minute winners. Yeah, not tonight. Not tonight. The lad that scored the own goal for them off a Granit Xhaka shot, he's probably sat in the dressing room crying his eyes out because he got booked for a foul that weren't a foul, which means he's out of the next leg. And then it deflects in off of him and goes in the back of the net to make it 2-2. And again, on another day, VAR rules that goal out because Saka, despite him hardly touching the guy, on another day, that's given us a foul and that goal don't count. So I think we were very lucky tonight. Listen, that was not a great performance at all tonight. The best of the bad bunch for me, or the best couple of players from the bad bunch, were probably Xhaka and Vieira. Yeah, Tomiyasu, big shout out to him when he came on as well. He literally came on, and I thought it was Ronaldinho on the pitch when he came on. He was just jinking past everyone. I was like, what? But yeah, he played very well. Other than that, goalkeeper made some good saves here and there. So we'll give him a little honourable shout out. But other than that, that was a poor performance tonight. Saka wasn't in the game at all. Zinchenko was poor tonight, apart from one great pass that he put through to Martinelli, who should have scored or again squared it to Vieira. Martinelli went on a mad, mazy run. But again, his head's down. If his head's up, he probably scores goal of the season. It would have been a crazy goal if he had scored that. And Arteta's reaction summed it all up, really. I go back and watch the reaction. He was fuming. But we got out of there with a 2-2. I still think we're in the driving seat. And listen, we did change a few players tonight. But at the same time, there was not really much creativity at all. The goalkeeper wasn't really pressed into making save after save after save. We weren't exactly peppering the goal with shots. Yes, on the paper, it says 14 shots, 7 on target. Let's be real, there weren't really any great saves their goalkeeper had to make, really. It was similar to the Bournemouth game in terms of just a little bit limp, very lackadaisical defensively. I mean, William Saliba, after letting the guy run off him at the weekend, Billing after 9 seconds, you would have thought he would have learnt from that. Yeah, but he clearly hasn't because he let the guy score tonight. I think it was Paulinho. I think he let him score tonight. Like, they're both looking at him. Him and Ben White are both like sat there looking at him. Like, you've seen him react, sniff the danger, man. Yeah, Gabriel, when he came on, I thought was pretty good as well, to be fair. But at the same time, like, Sporting Lisbon are a good footballing team. We know that. We know they're going to have a lot of technical ability in their team, and we know that they've got Saint Just at defence as well. The guy's rapid. They made that mad defensive tackle on Martinelli. But at the same time, yeah, we were very, very lucky today. Very lucky today, because on another day, we don't get them goals. And on another day, they go 3-1 up. Yeah, and then it is curtains, because now we're right up against it. And then maybe we have to, like, just go gung-ho and then end up 4-1. And then the tie's been beyond us. It's gone. So we're lucky that we're still in the tie. And hopefully, listen, I know he made a couple of changes tonight, and I know he's got one eye on Fulham, which a lot of the fans that will be watching this and a lot of people around the world that support Arsenal will be saying that's the bigger fish to fry. We need to win the league. Let's win both. Yeah, and if we play like that against Fulham at the weekend, we're not winning that football match. Yeah, we've been very poor since the turn of the year defensively. We've been very lax. Yeah, and we need to fix that up real quick, because otherwise this league is going to get away from us, and the Europa League will be out of it as quick as you can say Europa League. So I'm not too disappointed. I'm a little bit disappointed with the performance, but look, at the end of the day, sometimes you have to dig in away from home. Sometimes you have to have poor performances away from home. And sometimes you just have to get out of there with saying, yeah, I'm leaving with saying. Yeah, I'm leaving with saying. And we left with saying tonight. And that gives us, I wouldn't say a leg up, because we can see they're a good team. We've seen that. Listen, they were minutes away from qualifying out the Champions League group stage. It was only because results went the other way that they didn't. So, yeah, man, we're going to have to play better than that against Fulham at the weekend. And we're going to have to play better than that next week against them. I still think we'll qualify. You know, I still think we've got a little bit too much for them when it really matters. And I think that them players were kind of one eye on Fulham. Hopefully next week they ain't got one eye on Palace. Yeah, we need to juggle this properly. And listen, in an ideal world, we win them both. A lot of fans are saying, no, let's just like bin off the Europa League and go for the league. That's great, cool, fantastic. But what if we don't win the league? Then we've won nothing. And this great performances that we've had this season, the great adulation for the players, like the spirit, the fan base is up, everyone's on the same page, everyone's pulling in the right direction. If we end up empty-handed this season, that's going to be a mad disappointment from where we are right now. So listen, let's not take our eye off the Europa League. That is a trophy we can seriously win if we put our heads and hearts and minds to it, and if we get the tactics spot on and we stop being lax defensively. Same with the Premier League. Yeah, I still think we'll win the league, but if we defend like that against Fulham and Palace, we ain't winning them games. I'd love to know what you guys think. Kenny, Jez and Matty are up soon. Player ratings out later tonight. As I'm recording this, Man United have 1-0 up. Rashford scored a great goal. Same 11 that started against Liverpool, by the way. But do not rule out Betis. We're out of here, people. Sub to the second channel, sub to this one. Big up for 77,000 subs. We've surpassed that tonight as well. And make sure you come and check out all the other fan cams. We're out of here. Adios, amigos. Ciao.